Needtobreathe released their new album, The Reckoning, on Tuesday, September 20th. And for the album, brothers Bear and Bear Rinehart had to reckon with each other. It's the follow-up to The Outsiders, and the band has put the pressure on the new effort that it must be their quintessential album. Bear said that in their minds, they set out to make a classic record.
Yeah, I mean, I think the new record is bigger, sounding and feeling. I think there's a certain vulnerability to that. You know, I think we allowed ourselves to think on this record that, you know, we were making a classic record. Well, you know, however naive that is, that's a tough thing to do. I think that you know, can bring a lot of strife and a lot of pressure on yourself. And just to believe in something in that way is just tough these days, especially the way the music industry is. And we really wanted to like close ourselves off at home in Charleston and make a record that we could be proud of for a long time. And I think the end result, you know, was that it was a hard record to make, definitely, but we're really proud of it.
He also talked about how there were fights between him and his brother.
You know, we fought more on this record than we ever have. We're kind of a family band. Me and my brother are in the band together, and I think that made it very difficult, this record. I think mostly because of the pressure we put on ourselves. I don't think it was outside. I think, you know, we kind of kept to ourselves when we were making it, but it ended up taking about 7 months to make, and we had been writing for the last couple of years for it. So we really, you know, locked ourselves in the room and said, "This, if it's not great, we're not putting it out. You know, this needs to be the record that defines our band." And so that definitely that makes for more arguments, and but it, you know, I think in the end that's what made it a good record.
Lastly, they talked about being pigeonholed as a Christian artist when their music can fit in everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
I think it is for us. I think we've always hated the idea of being pigeonholed, and I think that, you know, there's a real reason for it. It's not because we're embarrassed of one of the things. You know, it's like we'd rather be rock or rather be. I think we just want the freedom to do what we want, you know, in the future. I think we've always thought of ourselves as a career band, and you know, we made 4 records now. We've been together for over 10 years. You know, we don't want the next record to have to be something, and I think that's the big fear for us. So we like the idea that, you know, we're kind of changing it up on people, and you know, we have the choice. You know, when it comes down, it's an artistic choice what we want to do. If we want to put a folk record out, we're going to.
Needtobreathe is currently opening for Taylor Swift, and they recently performed their new single from The Reckoning, Drive All Night, live on the Jay Leno Show last Wednesday, September 14th. The band does have a few one-off solo dates this week in Lincoln, Nebraska tomorrow, and in Wichita, Kansas on Friday.
Beg the book to turn the page, 'cause I get stuck where the villains get away.